Ladies and gentlemen, letting y'all know now that I'm driving in the backwoods. So, and then I'm gonna tell y'all the reason why I'm doing a live stream while I'm driving. Because normally, so I'm driving back from Chicago to Jersey, right? Been on the road since about, I think I hit the road about 12:30, 12:45 Central Time. So if this service doesn't stay up, I'm gonna clip it. But guaranteed to do one when I get to Jersey, which that time it'll probably be about 3 o'clock. So people may say, "Well, Cap, why you doing the Car Chronicles driving early when the service might not be good?" I'll tell you why. I think I'm not gonna rename the Car Chronicles. I think I want to rename the Car Chronicles, and so here's why. So when I was at the Chicago Cookout, I had people in the school and out the school all say they look forward to the Car Chronicles. I had suggested. One sister told me I got to do the Car Chronicles at 7 in the morning, which is really 6 in the morning because she on Central Time. She said, because this is what I do. I said, what if I do it about 10 o'clock? She said, it's too late. So it's almost like the Car Chronicles is like the breakfast club of the Israelites. That's what I call, like, Car Chronicles has turned into that. For those that don't know the story of how Car Chronicles came to be, I'll tell you how Car Chronicles came to be. And I'm actually going to make this a clip so people can understand. So when I first was doing the Car Chronicles, this started back in 2019. I had just switched I was working for this company called Teledynamics, and I switched to this company called Partners Pharmacy. Partners Pharmacy hired me from Teledynamics to be an in-house tech. They didn't have my position. They created my position so that I could work specifically for them. So what I used to do, I used to drive to work, and I wasn't doing it on YouTube. I was doing it on Facebook. And I was just playing hip-hop songs. I was playing like, I think I might have been playing like EPMD, Public Enemy, like playing like old school hip-hop on the way to work. That's how the Car Chronicles came to be. I was just driving to work, playing some music, and then what was happening was people started asking questions on the Facebook, and so I would answer questions. Then I said, well, if I'm doing it on Facebook, and this was all on Cross the Line Radio. So if you go on Cross the Line Radio and look up Car Chronicles, you can see how far back the Car Chronicles goes, because I've been doing this for a long time. So this is like, I know a lot of people think like it's popular now, it's more popular now, which it is more popular now. But this was a process to get this where it was. I remember I used to get like I was happy with like 100 people watching the Car Chronicles. And it was like that for a long time. But I did not stop doing it. And so when I started doing it on YouTube and I was driving on the way to work, the stipulation was if you had questions on scriptures, you had to put the scripture in the chat. You couldn't just say, hey, I need a breakdown on John 14 and 16. You had to put John 14 and 16 in the chat. And then I was answering questions without the phone calls. And so then I was doing it that way. And so I would do them probably maybe twice a week, 3 times a week. It was doing it like that. And that's how Car Chronicles started. It started from a simple Facebook to YouTube to now. To where now, like, if I don't do a Car Chronicle, I can't really go 2 days, Shalom Bezos. I can't go 2 days if I don't do a Car Chronicles at least once. If 2 days go by and I ain't do a Car Chronicles, I get messages from people. I get Instagram, Facebook, text messages. Yo, Cat, where the Car Chronicles at, and everything. So That's why I call it like the Breakfast Club. I call it like the Breakfast Club of the Israelite world. I won't say community because I'm not a part of the Israelite community, but the Israelite world, I am a part of the Israelite world. There is a difference. What I mean by Israelite community, that Israelite community, y'all some weird people. Israelite community got a lot of weirdos in it, but the Israelite world, I'm definitely a part of the Israelite world. So as long as this connection stays up, I'll do it. If it cuts off in the middle of what I'm going to talk about, I'll do that. I'll make sure I do another Car Chronicles. Let me put my phone number in the chat. So let me go ahead and grab my phone number. Hold up. Let me put my phone number in. Go ahead and grab my phone number. Put this in here. Give me 1 second, y'all. Where my phone number at? Y'all do know I currently have a 25% off sale. That's 25% off of everything. That does include the hair crack. The phone calls, yeah, shout out to Junior Jackson. That I forgot to add that part. The phone calls, I think, changed the game. The phone calls is what two things. So I forgot this part of the story. So I started adding phone calls. So I started adding phone calls where I was letting people call in to the show. And so when I started adding phone calls and letting people talk, of course it gets more interactive because now anybody that's listening can see the number that's pinned, 862-224-9027, and then they can call that number and get the question. It was that, and when COVID hit, when COVID hit, the Car Chronicles wasn't as consistent because I wasn't outside. So I wasn't in the car. I wasn't on my way to work like that. So I wasn't in the car like that, XYZ. So then in the middle of COVID, so about 2021, when and I got laid off from Partners Pharmacy in 2020, in June of 2020. I got laid off from Partners Pharmacy 2 months after. So they didn't have my position at the job that they created. And so when COVID hit and they had a lot of at-home workers, I had to redo all of the facilities and install a cloud-based phone system where they can use the cell phones and stuff like that. So I hooked that up. Are you doing subs only? No, I'm not doing subs only this morning. I didn't have time to do it, so it's for everybody. So 2 months after I completed the last mission that they wanted, they had layoffs. They didn't need my position. COVID stopped a lot of people from making money. So they had layoffs. I got laid off. And so I stepped up. And so then I started doing the Car Chronicles on the way to work. On the way to the gym. And so at first I would just get to the gym. All right, y'all, I'm at the gym, then I'm out. The phone calls, people was calling so much that I would wait, take the pre-workout, and then you had like 20 minutes after the pre-workout. Then they was calling me so much, I had to wait like an hour in before I could take the pre-workout because that's how popular the Car Chronicles has become. So as always, like, of course, Barakatah Yahweh Shah for that because the Most High has a hand in all of that. And it's really y'all. The same way I always talk about the success of Car Gas. Like y'all see, I got my hat. See, I got my shirt on, Car Gas shirt. So with the success of Car Gas Creations, formerly TLC. So it used to be Tazaryach and Lily's Creations. I got rid of the Lily, and now it's just Car Gas Creations. But even the success of that business is because of y'all, and the success of the Car Chronicles is also because of y'all. Because without y'all, I wouldn't have a show. I wouldn't have nobody. And when I'm saying y'all, like now, like the live streams range from anywhere. It could be as low as about 2,000. It could be as high as, I think the largest live stream I've had was 28,000, right? And so, but I remember when it was only 50 people. It was only 10 people. And I always, and the reason why I say that it was only 10 people, it's only 50 people, because sometimes when I talk to brothers and I tell them get that YouTube channel, I think it can be discouraging to it can be discouraging. I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm gonna do after I say it can be discouraging when you do a live stream and you only got 5 people. So I'm gonna give y'all another story. So when I debated Polite, right? So I debated Polite in December. So I on the streets, it was about September or something like that. The official debate that I had with Polite was December 7th of 2013. That was the official date. So after that, of course, you get popular, you know, do all these things and stuff like that. So I said, what's the next thing I could do? So General Hyman said, why don't you just do lectures? So I said, bet, I'm gonna do a lecture. This right here taught me a lesson. I'm gonna put this lecture up, and I'm gonna title the lecture. Wait, let me tell the story first. So I do a lecture called Integration versus Segregation. Shout out to Solomon McFadden with the super chat donation. Appreciate that greatly. So I did a lecture called Integration versus Segregation. Which one was better for black people? And I was promoting it right around the time that they had the Kemen on trial. So the Kemen on trial was like, I think Kemen on trial might have been late January, beginning of February. My integration segregation lecture was like probably the following week or something like that. So I'm promoting, I'm doing it. It was at the National Black Theater. So now the National Black Theater, I had rented out the smaller room. Hold on 1 second. Caller, hold on 1 second. So I had rented out the smaller room, but the day of the event, the bigger room was available, so I took the bigger room. Listen, I did that lecture. It was probably my very first lecture. There was probably 25 people in that fucking room, yo. It was 25 people in that room. It was brothers from my school, Sinetta, Polite, his wives, Reggie. I think Danya Allah and them came, Lions of Israel. Shout out to Danya Allah, always supported. And that's it. And so now the pressure is, do you do this lecture with these 25, 30 people, or do you clip it? And I did that lecture. You could hear the echo in the room because it's empty. You can hear the whole shit. And I did I think the whole presentation was about 2 hours. Did the whole thing. So why am I telling that story? I'm telling that story because if you can't do it when it's small, you never, when it gets bigger, when you work your craft, when you perfect your craft, you ain't gonna be able to do it when it's bigger. You're gonna give up. You can't do this job based on numbers. Especially if you're an Israelite. If you're an Israelite and believe in the Most High, you cannot do this job based on numbers because numbers don't mean anything to the Most High. All right, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm Thomas from Virginia. I called yesterday.
What's your question or comment, brother?
I was just wondering if you can give brothers and sisters an idea of different type of jobs they can do working for the Most High, because I think a lot of brothers and sisters don't know, that they can do a whole bunch of different things serving the Most High. Right. For example, like some people, most of us probably think that we got to go out and be teachers.
Right.
But that ain't even necessarily the case. You got helpers, you got people that need to clean the toilets, shit like that. You know what I mean? So people may think that the smallest job is insignificant, and it ain't.
Yeah, let me read this scripture for you. This 1 Corinthians 12 and 27. It says, now ye are the body of Christ and members in particular. Verse 28. And God had set some in the church, first apostles, secondarily prophets, thirdly teachers, after that miracles, then gifts of healing, helps, governments, diversities of tongues. Are all apostles? Are all prophets? Are all teachers? Are all workers of miracles? Have all the gifts of healing? Do all speak with tongues? Do all interpret? But covet earnestly the best gifts, and yet show I unto you a more excellent way. Right? Shout out to Dougie with the super chat donation. So what you're saying is important. Listen, when I came into the truth, I scrubbed toilets. I used to enforce. So when I first came into the school, and I became a trooper, my first jobs was to sweep the floor, mop the floor, scrub the toilets. And I used to scrub them toilets, man. I used to go to Walmart, ShopRite, Target. I used to buy the best cleaning products ever. Whatever would clean and scrub to make that toilet look clean to where you can sit your ass on it without putting a tissue on there, because I done disinfecting that toilet seat so good. That's the type of cleaning products I used to get, so I could be the best cleaner. Because if we're the body of Christ, we're not hiring outside people to clean. So that means one of us got to do it. So when you say somebody got to clean, that's what we all got to do. Governments, when it's talk about different body parts, different working machines. Like, for example, women aren't the teachers, but like our GED programs, our 501c3 programs, our food drive programs, those are set up mainly by women. So women have their role that they're supposed to have. Daycares, for example, like I have a daughter that has Down syndrome. My wife in New York had surgery where she's like the primary care of my daughter, but she couldn't do it. So what was I able to do? I was able to hire a sister in my school to assist with taking care of her. Why? Because we have opportunities like that in the body. Let's say security. Like if you got to have somebody that takes care of security for our school. We call it Shamar in our school. We have Captain Akkad that's in charge of security. Let's say agriculture, like especially like in Texas, Louisiana, and the South, we got farms where brothers that know how to work farms. So you might not be a prophet or an apostle or a teacher. You may not have that gift, but you might have a gift somewhere else. The computer skills that I have. Others have internet skills. Others have counseling skills. Others have judicial skills. Like Captain Ariel out of Philadelphia is a lawyer. So these are all things that you want to profess. You want to look at. If this, hold on one second. I got another call. Hold on one second. Caller, hold on. So I'm glad you asked that question. You're familiar with the prophet Elijah, right?
Yes.
When the prophet Elijah battled the prophets of Baal, it was just him as the prophet versus 450 other prophets of Baal. But when Obadiah met him, Obadiah was also a prophet that fed the other prophets that was in the caves. So there was other prophets during the time of Elijah, but Elijah was the chief prophet. Now, how do you discover your gift? You discover your gift when you get in the body. Even if you have that gift of computers, of nursing, of law, of being a lawyer, of any type of social skills, counseling skills, you won't realize it, or it doesn't come into fruition until you become a part of that body. Because now they can place you in a position and then put us all in order, because that's the whole goal of a body. The whole goal of a body is everybody can't be the fingers, the toes, the eyes, the nose, the organs, the intestines. So somebody got to be the ass. So like those are all gifts. So and because a lot of people may feel like, well, you know, I'm nervous. I don't have the gift of speaking. Let me tell you something. I'm shy. Like I'm an introvert. You know how I learned how to teach on the street? When I used to teach on 12th and Market, it used to be this wall, because I don't like, I had to grow into doing this. And what I used to do was there used to be this pole in front of 12th and Market, and I used to talk to the pole. That's what I used to talk to. I was scared to look at people. I didn't look to the left, to the right, because having the spotlight on me is not something that I'm still not comfortable with it. Like if y'all ever notice in any debate, I'm a slow starter unless the person like comes out like immediately talking shit. Like in most debates, even if I'm outside, I'm a slow starter. I don't jump right into it. I gotta build up to it unless that person says something that sets me off where I just gotta get right into it. But for the most part, I'm a slow starter because I have to grow into that comfort. You know what I like? I like when the generals be around because I don't never talk. You go check any live with the general, he talking, and he be like, Cap, you want to say something? I'd be like, nah. Occasionally I might say something, but for the most part, I'll just lay back because that's my natural state. I'm not that first in guy like that. And so you learn your gift.
I was going to relate to you. I'm like that too.
Yeah.
Got to build up.
Yeah, we got to build up to it. And so you learn your gifts. Listen, I didn't think I was going to be the one debating Polite. I was told to do that. When Polite wanted to do the debate, I went to Gentleman Hyman and I said, Gentleman Hyman, yeah, he want to do this debate, so I figured Captain Tyward going to do it. And Gentleman Hyman was like, nah, you going to do the debate. Captain Tyward not going to do it. You going to do it. And I'm looking at him like, shit, how the fuck I'm going to do that? Like that's what I'm saying in my head because I'm not thinking that I'm going to do it. And so it was a lot of phone calls to Gentleman Hyman. It was a lot of, should I do this? Should I don't do that? It was a lot of grooming, so to speak. It was a lot of teaching. It was a lot of lessons involved in that. And so that's how you get your gift. You get your gift from a man, just like your name. We don't name ourselves, all right? When we don't name ourselves when we become Israelites. We get named because somebody observes you, sees your spirit, and then gives you a name according to that. So it's the same thing with gifts. Somebody sees you, see your gifts, and then you get your skill set, from that. So that would be the best way.
Okay, good talk, man.
No sweat. I appreciate it, brother.
Shalom.
All right, shalom. All right, next caller, 501-860.
Shalom, Cap.
Hey, shalom. You got a question or comment?
Yeah, I got a quick question. So my question is about Genesis chapter 18 through 19. I was trying to get a better understanding on the way that they use the word Lord. And
can you read it?
Yeah, let me get to the switch.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm sorry. The fan just blew me right back to a different page. Okay, I'm back. Okay. It says 18:1. And the Lord appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre, and he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day. So it, right there is using lowercase Lord. Verse 3, it says, and said, my Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight. Okay, wait, let me just go up to it.
You in Genesis, this is when the angels came to Abraham. Is that what you're talking about?
Correct.
Right. And so you want to know about the usage of the word Lord there?
Yes, sir.
But you said, I thought you said 19 was where you wanted to know.
It's because it starts from 18 and it's 19 as well. Okay.
You talk about the chapters, or you talking about verses? Are you saying you're saying Genesis 18 verse 19, or Genesis chapters 18 and 19?
Chapters 18 and 19.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so I'm trying to find the exact verse.
Okay, no sweat, because I can answer about the word Lord. You want to know why they talk about those men and then saying the Lord?
Okay, so like chapter 19 and I'm trying to look for it.
Can you paraphrase the verse?
Yeah. So basically, it was saying like, in the Lord, basically the Lord said something, and basically when the angels was in Sodom and Gomorrah,
right,
and sent down something from heaven, and it used the word Lord twice.
Okay, you don't know the verse? Now, why you didn't have this verse ready when you
I'm so
called?
sorry. 1 second, and the Lord one. Okay, that's 33, 19.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, behold. Okay, 24, 19 and 24. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven.
Right.
Okay, and
And what's your
I
question
was trying
about
to
it?
I was trying to get an understanding on it, because it said that he appeared into Abraham
Right.
in 18,
Right.
and basically
Because it
I'm trying
says
to
out
figure
of
out.
because it says from out of heaven.
Correct?
Is that what throwing you off?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you see the Lord, those are the angels that came down. Like the Most High has never been on the planet. So when you read in Genesis 18 and it says the Lord, because that's who they represent. The angels will represent them. So when it says the Lord came into the tent, that's the men that's coming there. You can see that when I don't know if you're familiar, but for example, when Samson's parents, when they met the angel, they said that we saw God when they met the angel.
Right.
So when you talking to the angels, you're talking to the Most High because that's who they represent. They always come in the name of the Lord. So in Genesis 19 and 24, when it says, then the Lord rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah, that's his work. That's what it's talking about. When it says from the Lord, that's who's doing it.
Okay.
That's what that means. That's why you see it twice in there. I'm sorry, let me reverse it. I'm sorry. Then the Lord reigned. That's them. Yeah, I said it right. That's doing the work. And from the Lord that's where it's from. Meaning the Lord is the one that gave the order. That's where it's from.
Okay. So just one more time, so it can register in my head the way you just said it. So you said that it's the Lord's work. That's the first part of it, and the second
is the Lord doing it.
Okay.
No different
and he
than
wasn't.
I'll give you a parallel. You familiar with in Kings when the Lord sent the lion spirit in the mouth of Ahab and all the prophets?
Correct.
You know that spirit is the one that was the lying spirit, right?
Okay.
But it says the Lord put a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets.
Right.
So the Lord is the one that always does it and get the credit, but we can read where it was a spirit that came to the Most High and actually said he would do it. So even though the spirit is doing it, it's in the name of the Most High. So that's why it says the Lord put a lying spirit in the mouth of his prophets. So in Genesis 19, it's the angels doing the work, but it's the Lord doing it. That's why it says from the Lord. But it's the angels actually doing the work. Are you familiar with Jacob's ladder?
No.
So Jacob's ladder, hold on. If you go to Genesis, I want to say it's like Genesis. I'll get the verse for you. So in Genesis 28 and 12, go to Genesis 28 and 12.
Okay.
This will help you understand even more. When you get it, if you can read it, when you get Genesis 28 and 12.
Okay, I'm here.
Go ahead, read it.
And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven, and behold, the angels of God ascending and descending on it.
You see that right there? That ladder, what he's seeing in the vision is a ladder. So imagine earth, and then imagine above that is the heavens where the Most High's kingdom is at, right? And then you see a ladder that connects the heaven and the earth. It's the in-between. And in the vision, he's seeing angels going down and up the ladder, the Most High being at the top. And so that's how he's visually seeing how the Lord gets things done on the planet. The Lord don't come down here, but the angels come up and down that ladder. And then they go to and fro in the earth doing the will of the Most High.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense for sure.
All right?
Appreciate you,
Hey, no
Cap.
sweat. Hey, no sweat, brother. I appreciate you.
Shalom.
All right, shalom. Hey, I'm going to tell you something, man. I got to be impressed with Verizon today. And I freeze. But Verizon kind of rocking right now. I ain't had no issues. So now let me take advantage. Now I want to play this. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. I can't say Ray J is a full-out homosexual. But when I play this audio, y'all tell me what y'all think of Ray J. Because what Ray J says in this, listen, when Cam Newton is like, I can't say Cam Newton is a homosexual. But Cam Newton, Cam Newton gonna ask Ray J something where if Cam Newton asks this question, it's definitely suspect. So we gonna play what Ray J said. Yeah, Bezos there, he stumped Cam like, you got, wait, let me play it. I'm gonna play it. Hold up. Pause that. We're gonna pause that. And watch when I play it.
Kai got mad because I told Kai I want to take a shower with you and stream with you at ISO speed in the shower.
So now this man said, wait, hold up. This man said he wanted to stream with ISO speed in the shower. This Ray J saying he want to get in the shower and stream with another man. You gotta see. Y'all probably can't see Cam. Y'all probably can't see Cam face in here. Look, I'm gonna try it again.
Kai got mad because I told Kai I want to take a shower with you and stream with you at ISO speed in the shower. Yeah, bro.
You see Cam face?
I'm like, bro. I want to take a shower with y'all niggas too. They like, yo.
Hold on. What's your sexuality?
Yeah. Wait.
I have shout out to.
He said, I want to get in the shower with y'all too. The first thing, listen, when you can stump Cam on sexuality, remember, Cam is the same man that wore high heel shorts to interview another man with hooker boots on. And then the pastor compliments Cam Newton's leg. Listen, Ray J, listen, again, I can't call nobody. Listen, if I had to gauge it, I would say Ray J is a homosexual. If I had to gauge it. Because I don't know a straight man that willingly wants to get in the shower to go live with other men. This the world we live in. And he's angry. That's the crazy part. He's angry that they don't want to get in the shower with him. Y'all generation, you blow me. That is not a heterosexual man. There's no condition or term or functionality in life that a straight man is gonna say, I want to do a live stream with other men. And he's mad that they won't do it. So I'm gonna let it play all the way out. I'm probably going to pause again. But I'm going to let it play all the way out. You're going to look and you're going to see Cam's face. Cam going to be like, what's your sexuality, brother? And then the first thing I want y'all to pay attention to, the first thing Ray J going to say is, you just asked about Amber, which to me is a dead giveaway of a nigga that's a homosexual. Because he didn't say, I'm a straight man. He brought up a woman. And that's what gay men do. Gay men bring up women because they feel like if I bring up that I'm having sex with women too, that don't make me gay. No, you're still gay. I don't care what type of sexual activity you have with a woman, you receive any sexual activity from a man, you're gay. You know the difference between oral sex? Oral sex is heterosexual as long as it's received from the opposite gender. If a woman receives oral sex from a woman, she's gay. If a man receives oral sex from a man, he's gay. I don't care what it is. Like when Mr. C, a couple years ago, when Mr. C got caught with that transgender, getting oral sex, he's gay. So I'm gonna play it again. Let's play it again. Let me bring it back. Bring it back. I'm gonna try to play it all the way through.
Because I told Kyle I want to take a shower with you and stream with you at ISO speed in the shower. Yeah, bro. I'm like, bro. I want to take a shower with y'all niggas too. They're like, yo.
He said, I want to take a shower with y'all niggas too.
What's your sexuality?
You just asked me about Amber.
I'm asking.
I have shout out to the gay agency.
Listen,
shout out to the gay agency. Actually, the gay agency's here. Dumpin' D.
This man, wait, hold on. This man said, shout out to the gay agency. And then he said, shout out to Dumpin' D. Yo. The man said, shout out to Dumpin' D? Is he Dumpin' D and Ray J? That's why he got the name Dumpin' D? Be careful. Listen, y'all can want to be in that industry all y'all want. He said, shout out to the gay agency and Dumpin' D. Let me tell y'all something. Ebony Knowledge said, LOL, he trolling. Let me tell y'all something. You cannot, let me add this to the heterosexual, this right here, what I'm going to say, stays in the heterosexual files. No straight man trolls gay. I'm going to say it again. No straight man trolls as a gay man. Your manhood prohibits you from trolling as a straight man. You cannot. Why you think we say pause? We say pause in case we say something that somebody might interpret as me being a heterosexual male saying something sideways. We say pause or no homo. You cannot troll gay. It don't exist. I'm gonna bring it back. Because he say a lot.
No, Amber.
I'm asking.
I have shout out to the gay agency. I shouted out to the gay agency. Actually, the gay agency's here. Dumpin' D, The Rod. They're the CEO.
Do you play both ways?
Said, come on, bro. I ain't never played both ways.
Okay.
He said, hold on.
I think that's important to
this man shout out to Dumpin' D pause and The Rod pause.
People's sexuality.
But watch what he said. Watch what he says here. Wait, let me bring it back. Watch
they're the CEO.
Do you play both ways?
Come on, bro. I ain't never played both ways.
Okay. I think that's important to mention, because
really.
When you say you want to shower with another man,
think about it like this.
He said when you say you want to shower, look, watch what he said. Watch what Ray J say.
People's sexuality.
People's sexuality.
Why? What does that matter?
It does not. That's
then why? But why?
This man said people's sexuality don't matter. That's a gay man. Let me tell you something. Sexuality matters. Listen, if your woman can have gay friends, you damn near gay to me. If your woman my woman can't have gay friends. What I mean by gay friends, I'm not talking about, let's say if you got a slavery, we call job slavery. Let's say if you got a slavery and your co-workers, a co-worker is not a friend. That's somebody that you work with. A friend is someone when you outside of that workforce and that's your friend. My wives can't have gay friends. You ask all my wives if they can have gay friends. They'll tell you, no, I cannot. You cannot. This man says sexuality should not matter. This is the world we live in. And now, you ask a lot of black women if they got gay friends, You watch how a lot of them say they got gay friends, male and female. I don't understand neither. You got a lesbian friend knowing that lesbian friend wanted to put all type of plastic dildo up in your vagina. I don't understand that. You're just as mental as they are. Y'all all in that motherfucker playing make-believe. Everybody in there playing make-believe. And the worst part about women having gay friends is you don't even realize that your gay friend hates you. You think your gay friend likes you. Your gay friend looks at you with such fucking disdain because that gay nigga wish they had a vagina. That's why they giving up ass. What do they call an ass? Bussy. I've never say that word. You know why I'm saying it now? So y'all can hear how nasty that shit sounds. Why the hell would you let a gay man call his butt an acronym that could remind you of a vagina? Bussy stink. Vagina, let me tell you something. Oh, let me put my phone in. Listen. Healthy vagina smells absolutely beautiful. It smells wonderful. When you're down there doing whatever it is that you're doing, you enjoy it because this vagina is healthy vagina. It's wonderful. Y'all tell me when an anus has ever smelled good to you. You tell, somebody let me know. Somebody let me know when ass smell good. I'll wait. Tell me, when does ass smell good? The only time that vagina smells off is if they pH is off, if they on their cycle, something like ain't eating something right. But when they got it right, that vagina, it smells wonderful. It's beautiful. That ass though, it's called the anus for a reason. The ass is not meant to smell good. So when they say bussy, just know, black woman, Hispanic woman, Native Indian woman, the more they say bussy is because they're trying to let you know that they are in competition with your pussy. Trying to tell you how to love, trying to free your mind, woman. Stop having them gay friends. They not your friends. And the other part, when we talk about this, like, you got the word bitch. The word bitch exists. The word bitch exists. And the word bitch can be a pet name. But you know, here's another thing. For you women that got them gay friends. If your man can't call you bitch, but that gay nigga can call you bitch, how disgusting are you as a woman? Let that sizzle in your spirit. Let that sizzle. Because when your man call, hey, that's my bitch right there. Don't call me that. Don't disrespect me. And then here come the gay nigga. Bitch, don't put that dress on. And you laugh at the gay nigga to tell you not to put a dress on because the gay nigga can also tell a straight woman how to dress. But your man, not even calling you a bitch in a derogatory sense, you gonna cuss him out, say don't call me that. That's how psychologically destroyed women be with them gay niggas. Them gay niggas them gay niggas tell you how to dress, what shoes to wear, what pocketbooks to, your whole fashion. Look, Bezos said somebody, Bezos said somebody please call that. I'm gonna try to let it go, but this stuff need to be said. Your whole listen, the whole Fashion Nova's fashion sense listen, fashion even got straight men messed up. I saw A$AP Rocky with Wizard of Oz shoe. Y'all look up the Wizard of Oz. What she had, them red slippers on, I think. The old Wizard of Oz movie. The woman Dorothy had them red Wizard of Oz shoes on. I seen A$AP Rocky with them shits on. That's why Ray J feels comfortable saying that does the sex really matter? When we get into a world where the sex don't matter, We in a messed up place. Like in Revelations 11:8, when it says that place that's spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Let me play. You might not. Let me bring it back. I'm gonna try to let it play because there's a lot in there. I'm gonna try to let it play all the way through. Oh, I'm gonna try.
Or with another man.
Think about it like this.
Look, think about it like this. Watch what he say. Think about it like this.
People's sexuality. Why? What does that matter?
It does not. That's
Then
what,
why? But why ask the question?
because it's just like the question that I asked in regards to you saying that you're not a brother.
No, not you.
Okay.
I'm talking about in general.
He want to know.
Why ask the question?
He want to know why ask the
what
question of your sexuality.
Are people enjoying?
This man said.
That's what we're asking. Because somebody could be.
He said we asking what hole are people enjoying? So he don't want to know about your sexuality. He just want to know what hole you enjoy. Hey, somebody sent me the video. I'm going to see if I can find a video where Ray J was talking with Candace Owens about the transgender thing. Ray J looks so damn stupid trying to answer this question. This is a stupid nigga. Wait, let me go to the next slide.
In regards to you saying that you're not a brother.
No, not you.
Okay.
I'm talking about in general. Like, why ask
I ain't
the
never heard
question
nothing like this before.
What actual whole are people enjoying? That's what we're asking. Because somebody could be an ear fucker. What is they're not gay and they're not straight. They like fucking ear holes. Who are they? A new name of hole fuckers. It's irrelevant.
In regards to you saying that you're not a brother.
No, not you.
Okay.
Hear nothing but you being you.
Now, let me see if I can find this video with Ray J and Candace Owens. I'm going to show you this how stupid niggas talk. And this the sad part, like, this can get views. This will get views. Oh, let me see, Candace Owens. This will get views where people would say, you know what they'll say? Yeah, it don't matter. Yeah, maybe we don't have to think about that. Yeah.
And then allowed her child to begin transitioning. And that to me,
let's see if I can get to this whole
ridiculous things all the time. And one of the things that's been concerning to me is to hear.
Wait, let me see.
My dad had us.
If somebody can find the short version where Ray J is like, he has all. I mean, hold on, let me see.
And I ain't never told nobody this. But I put on a wig one time, right?
Yo.
And so when I put on the wig, because I was trying to get.
Wait, hold on, not that.
So I put on the wig. I looked in.
Not when Ray J put the wig on. If somebody could find, I want the short version because the only video I could find is the long pause, is the length pause, is the. I don't even know what word to use right now after all this gay thing Ray J talk about. Let's see if I can find it on here. Bear with me 1 second, y'all. Let me see if it's on.
And I ain't never told nobody this. But I put on a wig one time, right?
Yo.
And so when I put on the wig, because I was trying to get into this other character, so I put on the wig, I looked in the mirror and I went, oh my God, and I was attracted to me. Yeah, on the I ain't never
this
told
what
nobody
Ray J
this.
said, look. Wait, hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Tony, what's good?
Tony, you
I put
can't
on a
call
wig
my
one
show.
time, right?
Yo.
So when I put on the
This man
wig,
said
because
he
I was
put a
trying to
wig
get into
on.
this other character, so I put on the wig, I looked in the mirror and I went, oh my God, and I was attracted to me. Yo. So I took the
Ray
wig
is
off real
the
fast.
key.
And I went, what just happened?
I want to see if I go.
Personality.
Ain't nobody gonna help me out and find the video. It's just the shorter version where
And then allowed
Candace
her child to
in
begin.
the shorter video. Hold on, maybe somebody sent it to me, or maybe this is it. Oh no, that ain't it. It's the shorter version where Candace Owens and Ray J is having a conversation about the whole or trans women, and he trying to break it down, and he can't. So I'm gonna go to the other story. Let me see if this is it. Hold up, somebody might have sent it to me. Let me see. No, I don't think this is it. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if this is it. Hold on. Let me see if this is it. Bear with me a second, y'all. Open on TikTok. Let me see if this. Why I gotta update TikTok just to see the damn video, man? Hold on. Well, I'm gonna talk about the other story. So I'm gonna talk about the other story That's enough gayness. But essentially, when Candace Owens was talking to Ray J's trying to say that this transgender can be a woman. And Candace is saying, I'm a woman. And Ray J is like, yes, you are a woman. So Candace is like, okay, how is this a woman if I'm a woman? And Ray J, back. Am I back? Let me know if I'm back. Give me a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Give me. Am I back yet? No, I'm not back yet. Let's see. Hold up. There we go. Okay, I'm back. All right. Thank you. Now, Bezos. Yeah. Yes, I'm good. I froze because I'm driving. All right. I froze. I am on the road, but I'm good. I appreciate the concern. So now I get to play the video. Since Bezos didn't want to send me the video, now I got the video. So now I'm gonna play it. Listen at this.
I believe, like she said, she's a trans woman.
Okay.
And she made it very clear that they understand the difference. But if
What is the difference?
Now watch, Candace is, so now.
What is the difference?
Listen, here's what's good. So Ray J's saying that this is a trans woman, not a real woman. And so they know the difference. So Candace is gonna ask him, well, what is the difference? Watch, Ray J will not say the difference is you are a real woman and he's fake. Watch.
Okay.
And she made it very clear that they understand the difference, but
what is the difference? That's what I'd like you to answer, Ray J.
What is the difference? Well, I would say what's the difference is what you have. Like what's on you. You know what I mean? And there is really no difference but what your preference is.
That man said there is no difference but what your preference is. This is the America that we live in. How are you going to say there is no difference between a trans and a real woman except what your preference is? You know what he means when he says what your preference is. If you're gay, you're going to get with the trans woman. If you're heterosexual, you're going to get with the real woman. That's the only thing that we could be talking about at that point. Now, I'm off that subject. I'm going to get to the next subject. All right? This is the next subject. This is the last subject. And then I'm going to get on with the day. Let me see. Let me go here. All right, so I want y'all to listen. Hold up.
I measure a man by how he treats me, how much money he can bring home. I measure a man by how he treats me. Whether when I'm tired and I'm sick and I'm scared, he's there. For these women, the men are there, but with how much money he can bring home. I measure a man by how he treats me. Whether when I'm tired and I'm sick and I'm scared, he's there. For these women, the men are there, but with the feeling of...
Let me tell you something. You see how it said for these women, the men are there? You see what the women said? The women said, it's not about the money, it's how he treats me. Well, let me play it one more time. So y'all can get it in your head, sisters.
Of racial problems.
Because y'all
these women, the men are there.
A
man by how much money he can bring home. I measure a man by how he treats me. Whether when I'm tired and I'm sick and I'm scared, he's there. For these women, the men are there.
Whether I'm tired, whether I'm sick, he's there. How he treats me. Like women, if I could just give y'all some advice. Women and men, but I'm talking about the women right now. Y'all have to stop letting, like I was listening to, let me shout out the brother because he shouts me out often. He shouts me out often. So let me go to my history. This what made me talk about this subject. Where's my history at? Where's the brother at? The brother, Dat Shack 2 times, right? The brother, his handle was Dat Shack 2 times, right? was playing this podcast, and he does commentary on podcasts. So he's playing these podcasts, and in the podcast, they're talking about money. As always, the money is always seems to be like the agenda today. So they was so like every time they talk about a relationship, you ever notice that every man has to make a 6-figure salary and at some point has to retire his wife? I just don't understand that concept. So essentially, what all relationships that are good are relationships where the man is making 6 figures and he retires his wife from working. That's not real life. And so the question that they put on the table is like, is $50,000 a year or $60,000 a year, is that enough? And I agree with that, Shaq, that is enough if you actually know how to manage money. Now, do you want to make more? Yes, you want to make more. But in the realistic world, most people are not making $50,000 and $60,000. And it depends on where you live. Now, if you live like in New York City, if you live in New York City, that 6 figures ain't even enough if you're trying to live comfortably. Because New York, you get if you get a $1,600 a month apartment, you in an apartment about the size of my truck, the size of my Jeep. But if you're making $50,000, $60,000, you got an apartment, you got your a couple, and they're making $50,000, $60,000, you can live within your means. The problem is we're such a materialistic people, which is why finances are a major important part. You can have a cat making 6 figures and treat you like shit. Mika said that's why she left New York. Because when you get to the southern states, now the only downside is that I find that people that live in the South don't make what the people are making up north. So it's still a thing where you got to live within your means. Like if you ain't financially savvy, you can make all the money in the world and still be broke, still be living check to check, even though you're making 6 figures. It doesn't change because of that. So if you're not living within that, and so what happens is you create a fantasy with broke bitches, broke niggas. These niggas be working at FedEx, Amazon delivery drivers, Wendy's, McDonald's, White Castle. They working at Walmart. They working at these type of jobs, watching these podcasts where they got to be 6 figures, make a certain amount, have a certain, like you got to have a certain car, certain clothes, certain jewelry, you got to have certain shoes. And so now you be working at these low-end jobs trying to live by these high-end means, looking for these high-end men, looking for these high-end women, and you drive yourself crazy when you don't even know how to look for a man or a woman. For me, now, when you going out looking for a woman, if that woman can't make you, let me put y'all on game. So do you want to value yourself? If you can't make your man get up and do something for you when he don't wanna, and I ain't talking about you beating him down to get it done. I'm talking about you just calmly, you say, hey babe, can you go do this? Hey babe, can you come see me? Hey babe, if you can't make him do that in your seductiveness, I don't know if that nigga really feeling you like that. You gotta measure it like that. It's almost like your kids. Like when I be with my kids, like I was at the cookout yesterday. I'm over there chilling with the fellas. Here comes Tazaryach comes and he says, he gotta go to the bathroom. Now I don't care because this is my kids. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna take them to the bathroom. My daughter, I'm gonna take her to the bathroom. The beautiful thing I like about the school is when I got my daughter to the bathroom, assistant in the school said, you want me to take her in there? Because I can't go in the women's bathroom, of course. So I got to trust that nobody going to bother my daughter in this public bathroom. So the sister brought in the bathroom. So I liken women to children. Y'all may not like it, but it's facts. So when my ribs say, can you do this for me? If it pains me to do the shit, might not be in that same space. That's where your value is at. Your value, and it works in reverse. When you tell your woman, I need you to do this for me, if you don't want to do that for that nigga, it might not be the one. You got to look at values of that person, and you should have that established before you lock into him. Like, if you ain't locked into that nigga where no matter what, I'm going to do it for him. If you ain't locked into her, no matter what, I'm going to do it for him. Regardless of money. Money can't make you do something for that person. Their body really can't make you do. It got to go beyond that body. If I could, you would have the best intimacy with your partner if the relationship is spiritual, mental first. You'll have the best intimacy because then there is no barrier, there is no guard, there is no fear. Because when you kiss her, that kiss is a million times more because of what you built. The hug, when you see him, you ever see your woman across the room and you just looking at her, you looking at the way she walk, you looking at the way she carry herself. Like in Proverbs 31, when it talks about that virtuous woman, when it says you're known throughout the gate, you're known throughout the gate because when you see your woman, let's say she's striding in the workforce. Let's say you see your woman, y'all at an event together, and she go step away from you to go buy something, and you see how she conducting herself away from her, and you could just watch her go off. Like that's a level of intimacy that's beyond her physical appearance, that's beyond her financial status, beyond his financial status, beyond his physical appearance, because you're seeing them. You almost say you see them in the fourth dimension. You see them in a different stratosphere that can't nobody put a price on. That's why sometimes when a brother that is perceived as looking like fly, let's say you got a brother, he's a fly brother or a handsome brother. You got a sister, she's a pretty sister. But then they're with somebody that you say, damn, I wonder why he's with her. It's because he sees her that way. If you wonder why she's with him, it's because she sees him that way. Now, I'm not talking about the man or woman on the other side that's with you for money or your body. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about when you know that man and you know if he's with her and she's not looking up to his type of standards, but you know his standards, that means that there's something about her that drives him crazy that you can't put a price on. That now, when you start looking for a man like that, your vision is better. I always advise women, let your father gauge that man, let your brother gauge that man, let your uncle, let somebody else look at that man and give you an insight. Because women, that nigga get to smiling at you. That nigga get to smile and raise that little eyebrow, give you that little look with the eyes or something, move his lips a certain way. Your ass, you start getting all giggly and shit like that. For the fellas, if she turned to the side and she got a little walk on her, she got some lips on her, you do the same thing. Man, you see the meat on her, man, I just had to do it. I'm going to figure it out later. And then you think you're going to tame this monster. You're not taming the monster because everybody has looked at her. Everybody has looked at that walk. Everybody has looked at them lips. Everybody looked at that tail. Everybody looked at them breasts, and they all did the same thing. You know what they did? They let her get away with whatever it is that she wanted to because of her body. And that mouth, if you get that woman like that at 40, that mouth is that 40-year-old, mouth at 40 that's able to get away with what she want is a savage because she's gotten away with it for 20 years. 45, 20 years. She got away with that mouth because her body has been so good. Same thing with her brother. If he got money and he got a good shape, if he's handsome, but he's a savage, he's gotten away with it because you let him get away with it because he got money, because he looked good, because he looked this. And you know, and I'm going to tell you something. That woman with that mouth, you know when she changed? When the man that she wants does not accept her mouth in spite of her body. In spite of her body, in spite of her looks, in spite of her money. Same thing with the fella. You know who that fella gapes over? Who that fella falls in love with? When the woman ain't impressed by his money, ain't impressed by none of that. She's the catch. Because what he knows is that if I become something better for her, she'll become something better for me, and she'll bring something out of me that I didn't even see. That's how you supposed to. Like, I wish these podcasts would gear their shows like that. Because once you start bringing that money into play, you know what happens? Immediate competition. Immediate competition of who's better, who making more money, who doing this, who doing that, and nobody is ever satisfied. Nobody gets a genuine answer. Like, that's why I like doing my podcast, because if anybody listens to my podcast, there's no winner or loser. The woman didn't win in this conversation. The man didn't win in this conversation. We both won together. We walking this dog. Sorry, y'all, my phone overheated. I should be back now, though. Y'all let me know if I'm back. My phone just overheated. Let me know. Y'all give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I back yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, good. My phone overheated because sitting in here, I guess the sun was glaring on it, so that's what happened. All right. So that's my point. Like, my whole reason, and I'm gonna tell you, this conversation, there was a sister yesterday at the cookout. She was like, I like that the live streams cover everything. And so the reason why I do these lives is because there's not enough relationship podcasts or relationship conversations that's really about the betterment of relationships. It's really about, because they know if you do a podcast where the relationships, I'm going back to Jersey. If you do a podcast that's about fixing relationships, man, ain't nobody trying to watch that. What you trying to fix the relationships? What you trying to fix the relationship for? That's not what's going to get people to watch. What's going to get people to watch is if we're fighting. We got to fight. You know, that ain't really my thing. So that's all I got, y'all, for today. I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. So I did my Car Chronicles again. Just a brief recap. Oh, wait. There's a brother. Let me put this channel in here, huh? I like that. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can find this video again. Hold on. Let me see if I'm gonna put this in the chat again. This brother's platform. I'm gonna share his YouTube channel. This is a new YouTube channel. I'm gonna put this in the chat. I want y'all to subscribe to this brother's channel. It's a new channel, brand new channel. He's trying to build the subscribers up. And what he did, I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what he did and why I'm doing it. He actually paid me to promote. And I didn't ask him to pay me, right? So subscribe to this channel that I just put into this chat. I'm gonna pin it to the top for the remainder of this. I want y'all to subscribe to his channel. What he does is he does food reviews. So he's trying to do food reviews. To do it, to Aubrey that just put that link in the chat, if you could just call 862-224-9027. I'm driving, so I don't like that. Doesn't help me to put those verses in there. That how am I going to know what all of those verses are? But you can call in and then give the verses. That will help out. All right. So if you call in and give the verses, that'll help out. All right. So I want y'all to subscribe to the channel that I just put in there, and he paid me to do the promotion. So, and that's another platform, another avenue I want y'all to know. If y'all want me to promote your channel or promote anything you got, now it got to be lawful though. I ain't about to promote your weed stores or nothing like that, or your pork shop. But if you got a business, a shirt, a product, or anything, and you want to do paid, you can pay me, and I would definitely promote it. All right, I would definitely promote your product. You can do Cash App. I would definitely promote it. So the brother paid me, and I'm telling y'all he paid me, and I definitely promote it. So I just want to put that link up there. Again, this is another Car Chronicles. I am wild. And nigga put 5 scriptures in the chat. Cap, do you use Ecclesiasticus, the whole book? Like, how am I supposed to break it down? I don't even know what you talk about. All right? But I hope y'all listen. Take advantage. And until next time, shalom.